Welcome to another Curator's Chat here at Behringer-Crawford Museum. My name's Jason French, Curator of Collections. Today I thought I would share with you a new collection that we have that's actually part of a much larger collection from a family, but I pulled out just part of it that deals with Harry Collins. Harry was born in the late 19th century, and in the early 20th century he joined the Army, was in a cavalry troop that was patrolling the southern border several years before Pancho Villa and the Mexican punitive expedition in 1916. In fact, Harry was out of the Army at that time and actually got married in 1916. But Harry also went to work for a railroad, and he went to work for the Louisville and Nashville Railroad. And the L&N is one of those local railroads around northern Kentucky and Cincinnati that people think about. The L&N Railroad, the B&O, and the C&O railroads are kind of the biggies, but the L&N was a little smaller, I believe, than really, in my mind, than the B&O and certainly the C&O railroad. So Harry worked as a fireman, and at one point in time he may have actually been an engineer on the L&N Railroad. We have some of his IDs. In fact, I've got not only his passes to ride or to be on the system, but railroaders used to have to keep time. We've got time books, and their watches actually had to be certified that they were keeping time. So I've got a certificate here saying that his watch was good enough and that it kept good time so that he could be, actually cataloging the times of the railroad. Of course, I've got, not only a railroad lantern here that Harry had, but a lock for a switch and a couple of other little diaries and things that he had kept around. There's magazines that deal with the Louisville and Nashville Railroad, and then also kind of a fun thing that he kept for whatever reason. This is a Union newspaper from the unions, which were important to him. He had a job that he could stay in for a very long time, and through the Depression, which much of this comes from. There's also the fun dice. I don't know if you saw that earlier. A lot of times on the railroad, there's downtime, and you have to entertain yourself. So for whatever reason, Harry collected dice and probably played and gamed a little bit in his off time. Just thought it was a fun collection to talk about, to share with you. I always love these photographs of soldiers along the border, and wanted to share it with you. I hope you have a good day and you've enjoyed this collection as much as I have, and we'll see you next week.